Are you still confused about the difference between a UI UX and product designer? You're not alone, you're not alone. A lot of people still have the same issue, even designers. So let's break it down today. Now, a UI UX designer and a product designer have similar goals and responsibilities. A UX designer will be responsible for, designing a product, testing it, carrying out user research and things like that. A product designer will also do the same. However, their responsibilities go a little bit above and beyond. They will be responsible for design during the product lifecycle, ensuring that their work meets the business objectives. So let me give you an example. A UX designer at a fintech startup might be tasked with the goal of redesigning or designing an onboarding flow for new users. The UX designer will probably do some discovery work to figure out, how to build out the onboarding flow, create the wireframes, do some usability testing, iterate, and then build the high fidelity prototypes. A product designer will also do the same. However, the product designer will also be responsible for figuring out what success metrics look like. Are we saying, for instance, during the onboarding flow, should it take under 1 second to complete onboarding? Should it be under 2 clicks and things like that? The product designer will work with various stakeholders to ensure success metrics are aligned with the business objectives. That's an example. So, very simply put, product design is UI UX design with a couple of additional steps. The product designer is, not just responsible for carrying out user research, testing, design, but they will also work with various stakeholders to create a product vision, goals, and align on what that will look like for the customers. Product design involves problem solving and strategy, a lot of strategy sessions throughout the product lifecycle. So, what skills do you need to succeed in either roles? Now, like I said, both roles are quite similar with a little bit of a difference. For both roles, you need user research skills. As a designer, you cannot succeed in your role without great user research skills. You need to be able to do discovery to figure out your customers' problems, their pain points, how they're currently solving those problems, and how you can solve those problems at an even better scale. Secondly, you need to be great at information architecture. You need to be able to figure out step by step how things need to work. You need to have that, not just creative mind, but an organized mind that creates flows that work for your customers. Next is problem solving. Problem solving is a little bit of a creative but also strategic responsibility. You need to be able to figure out how you can solve problems for your customers in the way that is most suitable for their needs. Fourth is creativity. This typically involves a lot of ideation. You're going to be doing sessions where you're doing a lot of ideation and quick and rapid testing. Fifth, of course, is wireframing and prototyping. You definitely cannot be a UI UX designer or a product designer without this. You need to create low fidelity mockups and prototypes. You need to be able to figure out a lot of the time how to use things within your reach to test ideas, and very quickly too. Next is visual design. You need to have a great understanding of how to use design principles like layout, color theory, and typography to create visually appealing interfaces. And of course, the soft skills are important. Collaboration, coordination, being able to document everything you're working on. These are really essential skills. Now, like we already said, a product designer has all these skills, but even more. A product designer needs to understand how to create strategy. A lot of the time, this involves looking at data that exists about your customers or about your business and figuring out how this data can be applied to improve your user experience. This is one of the key skills of a product designer. Designers will be looking at dashboards to understand where customers are falling off, having issues in the interface, maybe with rage click drop-offs. A product designer will be using tools to figure out where customers are dropping off and experiencing issues in the interface. So, in conclusion, both a UI UX designer and product designer will be working to create user experiences that are seamless and enjoyable for your customers. However, a product designer will be doing even more to ensure that work aligns with the goals of the product and the business in the long term. I hope you found this video helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to LogRocket for more UX design tips and tutorials. Also like, comment, share, and do the whole thing. Thank you for watching.